everyone, and welcome back to the Fall Creek Falls 2023 edition. This is day 2, the only full day that we have today. Now, I need to get to the breakfast hall before it closes at 10. It's like 9:30. Thankfully, there's the breakfast hall behind me. So I'm not that worried. I mean, I'll be able to eat in a half hour. But, you know, whenever you work overnight a lot of the time, you usually don't wake up in time for breakfast. Coincidentally, a text woke me up this morning. Otherwise, I might still be asleep, honestly. Because waking up 10 or 11 o'clock is usually about right for me. Maybe even 11:30 or noon. So, yeah, gonna head over there and have some breakfast. This year it's complimentary, by the way. Last year, to my knowledge, it wasn't. So, in terms of the debate that I had in terms of old versus new FCF the other day, new FCF definitely scored back a point that they had lost by not making breakfast complimentary. But I'm gonna head over there regardless. So I will see you all in just a second. Well, guys, the falls are just slightly disappointing. I mean, it certainly looks better than years past, but not that great. So I'm a little disappointed, but oh well. Yes, for some of it is strenuous, and there's a couple parts, as you guys have seen on camera before, where there are rocks in the way, but at some point they definitely help you out with the strenuous part by putting actual stairs that they built about halfway down. But it's a good hike, and I always love to do it every year. It's one of the things I look forward to. Mentioned it yesterday, but I just love doing this hike every year, like no other. Now it's the easy part with the stairs, and I remembered incorrectly. It's not halfway down, but it'd be so treacherous right there where you wouldn't be able to pass without these. So they're there for your convenience, and it's a nice little break from the slippery rocks too.
Okay, this is pretty slick.
Okay, Jack says this is slick.
This is a spot where we like to take pictures and stuff.
Alright, this is where I'm going to take a picture.
On the hike.
Yes. Is that on your bingo card? On a hike? On an
You take a picture of Jack? Jack.
I need a picture with my duck first. Hold on.
Come on here, we'll
Take
take
a picture
pictures.
rocks. Derek! Okay.
We'll get a picture of Jack by the rock.
Now, what one down by the waterfall?
We're safe.
And there's the
I think
rock.
one down by the waterfall, but is anybody else?
There's one of them that is basically over the
Y'all are
path.
supposed to be in the picture. Keep walking. Get there.
We have this little nice part of the trail.
Oh, wait, Lauren, were we supposed to do like an email?
Where it's just, you could easily sit in there. We're nearly there, I think, but it's dry right now, so. Well, we've pretty much made it. Low trickling falls, but hopefully, well, maybe it'll be a little bit deeper down there than in years past, but we'll just see when I get there. So those two people that are climbing down were just right there. And yeah, I didn't realize they had their dog with them until they started climbing down.
Go there with water and salt. You live in the water.
It was like, he was trying to find kind of like where those people were and like,
And the water. I don't know if I'm gonna get into it today, but what matters to me more than getting in the water is the hike itself and being totally safe during the hike. I helped my Uncle Mike right there stabilize and get good footing and all that stuff, especially toward the end. So I'm always happy that I can help out and lend a helping hand. I'm gonna try to skip this rock here. Nope, didn't skip. Oh yeah, she's not gonna come down, I don't think. I joke around with her, but she did great without a walking stick. So I'm gonna compliment her now that I've been joking around with her about it. These are some nice, wonderful dogs, though, I must say. Alright, I'm gonna try to skip this rock right here. See if I'm able to do it. Might be a little bit too big for me to skip it, but nope, not quite. Just need to grab another one like maybe this one. Just kind of focus. There we go, that skipped once. Yo, can you skip a rock?
Maybe. I'll try.
I got this rock.
Okay. I got this one.
Nope. You're just throwing them in. You're not trying to skip them, buddy.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you gotta like get a small flat rock and try to.
I don't know you never told me how to get a flat one.
Yeah, you gotta get a small flat rock.
There. Like this one. This one's flat.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
gotta walk behind me. Are you going first? Are you gonna go first?
You're
Jack?
walking back up.
Ready?
All right. Let's walk back up.
Where's Bella?
Up there.
Oh, she's left there. Okay.
Yeah, up there.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go back up. That last stretch of the hike is always a little treacherous. So I don't blame anybody for not wanting to hike all the way down. But imagine walking down to right there. Just treacherous. Just treacherous. But it's all good. Dry part, reprieve, look up, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Oh darn, I was hoping to cross from the trail to the creek, but I guess I can't do that.
Come here, Emily. I like you being here before.
But we're back to this spot at the moment.
This is the only easy place.
Well, the stairs are easy, Bella. Back to the crack. And so it's like we almost have natural stairs. We've made it back to the stairs with my second cousin, Jack, and my Uncle Mike, who are ahead of the group that are just down there. We were right there and trail sneaked around. We could see them and waved at them. So they're not that far behind, but I'll have enough time to drink water when we get up to the top. For sure.
Some of this is cold though.
Oh, the chicken's a little cold. Sometimes I really miss the buffet style of old Fall Creek Falls, but we have restaurant style, so burger. Would you What'd you get specifically, Bella? What?
Chicken finger and salad.
I thought that salad had a funny name to it. Like something salad?
It's a side salad.
Yeah. Thought it had a funny name or something. They brought us bread in the meantime, but starting to get louder in here now. But oh well, that's what I'm having for lunch today. Oh, and I didn't record breakfast because all I had were a couple eggs, because they were meeting at 9:45 to hike down to the falls, so I basically got here at 9:30, so I didn't have enough time to do anything for breakfast.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sorry for y'all's.
The younger team. At least the younger team.
That one doesn't count. Here you go. Hey, Sam. You gotta face up. He rocked that ball right up there. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Here we go. Ball's in. Ball's in. He's got one. We're good. We're good.
There it is! Yay! Go!
He's up. He's safe.
You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. Okay, I can stop. Está grabando. Grabando.
Ready?
That's them.
Are you sure? He's grabbing the plate, Bob. Atlanta Braves, they can't hit me. You might have to brush him back. They can't hit me. Pull, baby! Pull! That's a fair ball.
Fair ball?
Fair?
Fair ball? Wow.
Yay!
Fair ball, run the first.
Wow. James, you
Keep going, James.
So, after a nice shower and everything after the ball game, because she didn't get it on camera, but the first time that I hit, while I was running to first, I'm not exactly sure if I've tripped over the bat or my own feet, but I fell and just this whole left side was covered in mud. You have the back of my leg. I'll do it from this side. You have the back of my leg. This is the worst of it, so it's not like it's a big deal, but it looked worse before I washed it out, of course, but and then on that last clip that you just saw, I actually scored, but I guess she accidentally hit the stop button by the time that happened. But even though all cameras are basically the same, where you have a record stop start button in the same spot, it's tough for her, but I appreciate her trying, though. I'm just glad that she did better on the hike than with the video camera, though. But yeah, she did great on the hike. Uncle Mike, Jack, and I did phenomenal. And if Uncle Mike wasn't dealing with something that I kind of don't want to mention because it's kind of disgusting, then with his side, something ruptured, so yeah, colonoscopy. Had he not had that in the last year or two, then he would have been able to really... and then there was something else he mentioned that he had recently. But without all that, he would have just outpaced everybody. But then again, I wasn't trying real hard. I was trying harder to not slip than anything else. But I'm going to go to the family room now and see about that. But yeah, I found it funny that I fell. That I tripped and fell. Yeah, that was really funny. I would have loved for that to have been on camera, but no, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. But I will see you all in the family room. I was going to get more catfish, which is what this is right here, but I guess this family loves catfish, so I wasn't really able to get some more. But chicken catfish roll, mac and cheese for now. I'll go back later and get some different stuff.
Grandmother Shelton is when she was going to have chicken for dinner, and she went out in the backyard and wrung the neck of a chicken. I was a little bitty kid, and I thought that was terribly rude that she did that. In later years, of course, Doc and Eddie Lee were more or less caretakers of the place, and they used an axe. They would grab a chicken and put it down on a little block. Those are my earliest memories. Anyway, the business about the Sheltola itself, for several years after Grandmother Shelton died and fell into disrepair, several years after that, the sheriff raided Sheltola and found in the basement something that was a legendary size moonshine still. And those of you who know Grandmother Shelton, she was one of the primary founders of the WCTU, the Women's Christian Temperance Unit. And it would be literally a situation where she would turn over in her grave if she ever knew anything like that. But shortly after that discovery, the house was torn down.
That was a renter. I don't think the still was in the house. I think it was for the barn, like in the smokehouse.
It was in the
It
smokehouse.
was on the barn, yeah. It may have been the smokehouse, but it one of the largest they'd ever found in Backman County. And that was a real shocker to everybody.
And there was a renter, wasn't it? Yeah. Jenny, I know that.
Janice, help me out if I'm wrong. Okay, one Sunday after, first of all, the house was empty, and we had a man, can y'all hear me? Yes, named Mr. Robinson, and he lived down there. He just asked if he could live, they wanted to rent it. And Granny said, if you'll take care of it, if you'll just take care and keep people out of it, you can live there. And anytime we had a reunion, he had flowers for us, and he was the nicest man ever. Everybody loved him. And one Sunday afternoon, Mother and Daddy, David and Lorraine, and good friends of theirs, Hattie and Steve, were just taking a Sunday afternoon drive down on the river. They got just about to where those steps, the side steps, came down. And there were helicopters swooping around, and all of a sudden, all kinds of government people. It wasn't the sheriff, it was FBI. And they came swooping in, and Daddy and Dave and Steve said, we got to go find out what's going on. And they were saying, oh no, don't leave us here in the car. And Hattie said, I'm going to go find out what's going on. And Mother said, oh no, you can't. But she left, and she said, well, if you're going, I've got to go. And then Lorraine said, well, I got to go too. And they got out there, and they had found 3 stills. One was in the barn, one was in the cellar, and smokehouse, I think. And so Mr. Robinson kind of went away. and the stills were broken down. So it wasn't just like the sheriff came up there and got it. I mean, it was a big deal. And Mother and Daddy and David and Lorraine were so excited. They came home and they were just, you won't believe what happened. So that was the end of Mr. Robinson, which was also pretty much the end of the house, because what was happening, some kids were just going up there and calling it a haunted house. And they would build fires in the fireplace, and they would do things, and we were afraid, not we, but Daddy was afraid that somebody would be hurt and they would be held liable. And over the years, the mantles were stripped out, the banisters were stripped out. Anything. What?
What about the 18-wheeler?
Okay. I figured it. I'm going to haul it all off.
So anyway, that's the story of the
What
still.
year was that?
Exciting.
What year? What year was that? When they found the mill?
It was torn down in 74, I believe. So I'm going to say that was probably 72-ish. No. It wasn't that early.
The Steels, what,
I lived with the Steels tornado
Yeah.
immediately after they found them.
but what year?
But wasn't that like
72?
I'm thinking it was 72-ish. That's it. That's an estimate. Okay, that's my story. Barely. And I said, so Gene, what did you do for entertainment at Sheltola? Did you watch TV? They didn't have electricity, so they didn't have, did you have radio? No? Yeah. No lights, so you had to have candles, lanterns. So imagine living in this big house without any light other than the lanterns or candles. Going to, yeah, about that.
you just didn't light a lantern in every room in the house. You carried the lantern from room to room.
Turn it off, turn it back on. We got an AV person. Anybody remember the phone that you had to crank like this and on the party lines that we had out there, you know? Sid, where are you? AT&T, I think that was Nate. No, it wasn't.
Christmas at Sheltola.
Oh, that was always good.
The gatherings that came, unfortunately, I don't recall the Texans ever being able to make it. And they were sorely missed. Because I know that Janice and I particularly would get very excited when we knew the Texans were coming in the summer. And it was just like, whoa, the famous Texans are coming. It was just wonderful. The Christmas in Sheltola was awesome.
And the Texas Sheltons never went to Disneyland, never went to the beach. We only came to Tennessee our whole life.
We also got firecrackers for Christmas.
Oh, God.
And we stood on the front porch after we got through singing carols and opening presents, and we threw firecrackers.
Yep.
And
Hey,
somebody
Jenny, you
always
ever
got
have firecrackers in your car?
Oh, yes, I had firecrackers in my car.
And my brother had one go off in his hand.
Vicky, tell them about Gay's swimming suit.
About what?
Didn't you inherit a swimming suit from Gay?
Yes. I don't want to tell that.
Her mama wouldn't let her wear it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
got a whole bunch of handouts from Gay, and I was so excited it was like a leopard bikini. I mean, it was a leopard hot bikini. I was 12 years old. And it kind of had padding in it and all that. It's awesome. And, I brought all these clothes home, and all of a sudden, I couldn't find it. My mother had gotten rid of it. So, thank you, Gay. It was a nice thought anyway.
Well, but it got lore of it.
It is. It's in It's in the book.
I know it, but who knows who
It was in
who knows who Jesse James is?
I'm not sure, I can't remember why it was named Kentucky.
Kenneth Gay, he was going to
It's on stage,
Kentucky.
Jesse James, the rival state, and I believe it stole his money in a watch.
And they found out it wasn't his gun, they found the item stolen.
It's in the book. What about the ever lose any money in the field?
Oh, that's a good story.
What's that one?
That's his wallet.
Where the
Slew is next.
When my dad was 17 years old, he took a walk with his father down on the Hiawassee. And in the fields where the floods had come up and gone back down, and come up and gone back down. And when he started poking at the boat, pick it up, boy. So Daddy picked it up, and it was a wallet. It had like $7,000 from the store, the receipts from the store. And he had lost it in 1920, the year my dad was born. So this was 37, he found it. They took it to the bank. They couldn't get the money out. They took it to the bank and found $7,000.
But that was during the Depression when he found it too.
Yeah,
They was there for.
So they gave it all back?
he got reimbursed. 17 years of flood water coming
And
up.
he looked for it
Look for it all.
all those years.
Wow. Never heard that.
Man, that pool just looks so wonderful with nobody swimming in it and all the lights and such. But yeah, I wish that they would add a playground right there. I mean, they have enough room to put something there. And the food was buffet style, because it's cheap enough to get the family room for one night, but not both nights anymore. And so that's why Friday night the past couple of years, it's just been a bunch of walking around down there and such. Just people, I don't blame them, people just don't want to pay the outrageous fees to rent out one of the rooms there, the gathering rooms. And so I don't know how much walking around I'll really do, if I do a whole lot of walking around tonight, because I'm just kind of tired. I think that between hiking and playing softball earlier today, I think that did wear me out. And I mean, I slept for 9 hours last night, and I even took an hour or a half, I think it was like an hour nap earlier before going into the family room after I recorded the clip before that. And yeah, I don't know if I'll really walk around too much. I mean, I'll have to be up a little earlier tomorrow than this morning, but I honestly don't know. But regardless, I don't think this is the last clip. Well, it won't be the last clip. I'm at least going to record a proper outro. Let me close this. I'm at least going to record a proper outro for today, as I always do. So this is not going to be the final clip today, though. I'll probably do a little bit of walking around, though. This is the new game room. I don't know if I showed this off last year, but This is what I was talking about last night with board games and such. They don't have arcade machines like I mentioned last night. I haven't seen that TV be turned on at all. But they have Jenga, and they have books and all that stuff that you can read. And so, it's a nice temperature. I guess they have thermostats that can go to the 10th decimal place. But nice temperature. Okay, I didn't end up walking around the park like last night. I instead went back to the family room and conversed with my grandmother and one of her first cousins. Well, one of the wife of one of her first cousins. So, but this is gonna be the final clip because I'm gonna go to bed relatively soon. The plan is that we're gonna eat breakfast after church tomorrow, but and then we'll probably check out after that. But yeah, there's not that much that goes on Sundays because people have got to leave and go back to work Monday a lot of the time, so there's not a whole lot there. Plus, you don't want to be charged for the extra day when you're not staying that day, so there's always that. But I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some content. I mean, there has been some content, even though we've hardly done anything in 16, 17, and last year. 15 did zip lining and all that. Felt like it took all day to do that, but it was still fun. It was still fun. But yeah, that'll do it for day 2 of the Fall Creek Falls 2023 vlogs. And until day 3, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching.